All right, not yet, Emoji. It doesn't start yet. Wait till people get here, please. Brittany! With the Golden Castle. We hit the bonus. That's the first time I got that bonus off that wheel. Thank you so much, Brittany. That was awesome. You guys, please favorite Brittany. She's my top gifter of the stream, and Taco Tuesday and Ace. My top 3 gifters of the stream. Please hit them with favorites and smile if you're still here. All right, y'all. We're just waiting to get some people in, or people to be here. They'll be here shortly. We got 4 minutes before showtime. Let's put the music back on. How come the music stopped? I don't know. I don't know why the music stopped. That's not good. Let's see, play. There we go. See something. 10 minutes and 13 seconds. 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is what we want. This is what we don't want. Yeah, this is what we don't want. It does. All right, there we go. Brittany, did you see my nurse's costume earlier for my auction? Oh, it's not quite 27. It's loading now. It's loading. Oh my God. Oh my God! Brittany's my bio. Brittany's my bio. Oh! In my bio! With the dragon wheel! Heck yeah, Brittany! Girlfriend! Oh, wow! What a neat surprise! Oh my gosh! Wow, pretty, 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 pretty! Oh, wow! Congrats on your level up! We're gonna play your song right now. Alexa, play Level Up. Oh my God! We'll pause the Babe Cave for a minute. We're waiting for people to get here anyway. Oh, I hope somebody did. You did it, Brittany? Oh shoot! Did anyone record that or take any screenshots? Did anyone take any screenshots of my dragon? Anybody? Anybody? Did anybody take any screenshots of the dragon? Anybody? Oh no! Anybody? I just got a dragon. Brittany just sent me dragon. She bought me 27 million. She said she sent the VIP dragon one, which is all dragons. Wow. No, David, you didn't take a picture? Oh no. Oh. Oh. Thanks for the favor, Gabon. Oh shoot, Brittany, I won't forget it though, and you're gonna be in the bio. I got to enjoy every second of it. Dang it! You didn't get any screenshots at all, Brittany? I just got a dragon!
Oh my God.
I got a dragon, you just missed me getting a dragon! Brittany just bought my 27 million, look! Oh shoot, Brittany, shoot, shoot, shoot! Oh my God! Level up, level up, level up, level up. I'm gonna dance this song for Brittany, okay? Brittany! Original, no cut though. Got a new flow, got a new glow. Level up, I'm beautiful. My ass bounce like a yo-yo. I feel good. Brittany in the house! Woo! Brittany with level up.
4, 3, 2, 1, now. Level up, 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 level up. Oh, it's so yummy. Oh, it sounds so yummy. No, you won't just yummy. It be all in your tummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Oh wow, what a surprise, Brittany!
Me and Sierra Dicey is coming. In the streets, this song is buzzing. Some of y'all still talking mumbling, but that shit don't really mean nothing. We level up, ball down, get up, get up. Boss up, boss up.
Oh my gosh, Brittany! Level up, 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 level up. Brittany just sent a dragon for anyone who's just coming in the room. Right before the show starts, Brittany said, I'm going to drop a dragon. Alexa, stop. Oh, Brittany, thank you so much. Hi, JoJo.
It's amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
So you knew it was coming, but we couldn't record it. What a bugger.
Oh, it didn't get recorded. Her phone was acting up. She said, wow. She'll go in my bio for 27 million. So at least you will always remember there. You know, I just don't have a picture or anything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you guys. Thank you. Oh, congrats, JoJo. Wow, Brittany. I'm so honored. Hello, Tim. One of our barflies is here. Papa Bear is here. So we got another barfly here. Yeah, I just have her send this. I go, sure, Papa Bear, no problem.
That's what I was laughing at.
Take all the homeless and send another one. Rachie. Oh my God, that was so awesome. So special. The Dragon Will gave me the red one. The spicy. Wow. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. So awesome. Holy Toledo's Batman. Hello, Vivek. Okay, so if you're one of my contestants, if you're one of my barflies, you guys please jump into the queue. I believe we are getting ready to start the show right now. Emoji Day, are you still here? Gopher's here. Hi, Gopher. Tad and Sunny Side Up's here.
Hey.
Oh, it's Moody. All right. Let me get the music started for our show. Oh, my God. That was amazing, Brittany. I'm like in shock right now. Wow. How special. I see. Let's see. Papa Bear's in the queue. Where's Tim? Tim, are you in the queue yet? Eddie's in the queue. All we need is Tim to jump in the box, in the queue. There you are, Tim. Will you request the box, please? All right, here we go. Awesome, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. As I like to say, aloha. Welcome to the Babe Cave. It's like being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room. It's the Babe Cave. It's like being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room. So why don't you guys go ahead and make your drinks and pop your popcorn, because you're about to enter no man's land in the ladies' room as a fly on the wall. This is my co-hostess, everybody, Dick Tracy. She and I are girlfriends that are just in the bathroom. We just went out to a club. We are now in the restroom. We're getting ready to have a conversation in the restroom where we're going to have 3 handsome barflies eavesdropping on our conversations. Now let's meet and welcome our 3 handsome barflies. First, you out or something? Try and come back, Tim. Aloha, Eddie. How are you doing?
Great. How about yourself?
Fantastic.
Pleasure to be back with you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Good to have you too. All right. And that he is our first barfly. And we're going to introduce our second barfly. We have Papa Bear Sings. Everybody give it up for Papa Bear. You guys go ahead and hit them with favorites while you're at it.
Hello.
You will love them, so you may as well favorite them now. And trust me on this one. And our third barfly, we have Tim the Trucker, everybody. Welcome, Tim the Trucker. Woo! Welcome, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Well, you're about to hear top secret conversations, stories, opinions, experiences, and facts from the ladies in the ladies' room. Then you'll have the opportunity to hear the male barfly's deflections, opinions, perspectives, stories, and presumptions before they're muted once again. They will be muted during part of the show, and that's because they are eavesdropping on the wall. They are flies on the wall in the ladies' room. Alrighty. So, my sister, what a fun club it's been tonight. I like this club. It's better than the last one, don't you think?
We always have fun at the clubs, Groovy. You know that, especially when there's dragons around.
No matter where we go. No matter where we go. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I was curious about some of the fetishes that people have.
Oh.
You know, there's some pretty weird things out there, don't you think?
Oh, definitely.
And you pick up lines, some of the pick-up lines, there's some smooth lines out there, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I know there is. I think you'd know a lot of them, wouldn't you?
I do. I know a lot of lines. A lot. We've got, as far as what actually works, you know what I'm saying?
Something that's obviously not, you know, demoralizing.
Not too, yes, exactly. Like, I know there's one that I heard the other day that was completely against the rules. They said to me, my love for you is like diarrhea. I just can't hold it in. I was all, sorry, but that does not work for me. You will not get a phone number to use a line like that, guys. It is not going to happen, right, Tracy?
Yep, definitely, Bobbit.
And then there's the obvious ones, you know, like, your father must have been a thief because he stole the stars from the sky and put them in your eyes. Like, everybody knows that one. That's obviously a line.
Yeah, or that you're a thief because you stole my heart.
I like that one, yeah, but you're right. It's another obvious one.
Yes.
I think there's a way to put a pickup line, there's a way to get it across, you know? If you use a little humor, and most importantly, right, confidence. If they come to you with a cheesy line and they're looking down, it's confidence, right? Isn't it the confidence that really gets our interest? Like, if they're more than obvious, something like, do you like raisins? How do you feel about a date? Right? And it's obviously a pickup line, but if you say it with confidence, it can fly. It can fly.
Exactly. You can go. It depends on how they say it and how it executes, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think delivery is very important. It's the delivery that's so important. But at what point is it too obvious? Like, what point would you say, Tracy? Is it too obvious?
Oh, when they're trying too hard. Do you know what I mean? When they're actually, like, you can see it. It's just they're a bit of a try hard, you know?
Like the desperateness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. The
Or if they come up to you, if it's like rude and perverted, those don't work either, right? When they're rude and perverted, like, hey, let's call your left leg Thanksgiving and your right leg Christmas, and we'll get together between the holidays.
Ooh, yeah. I still think that's
not gonna fly. It's a cute line. That works for the boyfriend, girlfriend, or the husband, wife, but that does not work for a first-time pickup line, guys.
Exactly.
Does not work.
I hope they're learning if they could hear it.
You know, I've heard some crazy lines out there. I really have. I really do wonder if there's any chance that any guys have any good lines, you know? You got to wonder what's out there. Because you know they've got some good lines. Or maybe they have, like, the do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? Like, some lines you do, some lines you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing.
Typing Groovy?
I do.
Maybe we can do it together sometime.
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of those over obvious, but the way you delivered it was really well. It was a good one.
He said it
Yeah,
so
you know,
confidently.
I'm someone who has never used a pickup line in their life.
Oh. And you still pick up chicks because you have another way about it. It's your confidence, probably, right?
I just, when you a natural conversation, you bump into whatever, it's not the pickup line, which I always think sound cheesy to me. That's just me. But I have the post pickup line that worked.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
So it was, I was at a dance, and I asked somebody if they'd like to dance, and they're like, no, that's okay. No, really. And I was like, that's okay. I can handle rejection. And I started to walk away, and they're like, okay. All right. Wait.
Oh.
Good. I like that.
And instead of walking away with his head down, he was still confident, and he spoke his truth, and boom, it turned the woman around completely.
Yeah, they're like,
It was his confidence,
yeah.
his honesty. Impressive. Barfly number 2. Everyone, please favorite my co-hostess and my barfly. You guys are in the Babe Cave, where there are flies on the wall in the ladies' room. Eddie, what about you? Have you heard any bad pickup lines, or have you got anything?
Oh yeah. Especially when a guy will come up to you and be like, that shirt looks really good on you, but I would look better. Is a really horrible one.
Or that sure looks good on you. You know where it'll look better?
Wow,
On my floor.
It would look better on the floor, but I would look better on you. Wow, I have not heard that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's one of those bold ones.
That's a bold one. It's like a cry of being desperate almost.
Groovy, I'm jealous of your heart.
Why is that?
Because it gets to beat inside of you and I don't.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm no photographer, but I can picture us together.
But
I actually have quite a few.
okay, the heart one made me think of even a little naughtier one. It's like jealous of your heart because it gets to pump inside you.
Oh, pump. Whoa.
Let's just be direct,
That's a little more refined right there. Dang.
Love it.
That's intense.
I like it. I gotta say, I like it. Yeah. It's good.
Awesome.
Tim,
How about I lost my...
Definitely cool.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
though.
Corny.
I liked it. I heard it the other day for the first time. I was like, that's pretty good. I wasn't, someone said it to me, but I overheard it. And I thought, well, that was actually pretty cute. Like, I lost my number. Can I have yours? I don't know. I thought it was cute. There was something about it. Rang a bell.
It's funny.
All right, so,
yeah.
This show tonight might be a little shorter than usual, you guys, because I have all the lines. I have all the lines printed out, and you guys probably don't have all the lines.
Yeah, I'm at my computer, so I've got a lot of lines right here. So
Oh, good. Well, right now,
here's one I like. It's cute.
ready to go back into the Babe Cave, where it's just being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room, guys. Da, 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 da. All right, girl. So, how about can I hop in your box? We hear that on the regular, don't we?
Yeah.
Break me up.
I thought I heard a guy's voice. I had them all muted.
Yeah.
That was weird. All right, so let's see. All right, what about fetishes? Let's talk about fetishes, Tracy.
I love it.
So
This is cool.
Do you know of any crazy fetishes out there that you want to talk about? You want to tell me about? Because I know there's some weirdos out there in this world,
Oh, we gotta go.
and some weirdos and some. But you know what? To each his own. At the same time, right? Like
Oh,
what one
exactly.
person might think is weird might be a total turn on to another,
I
right?
think one of the biggest fetishes is definitely feet. Feet fetish is huge. I think you've got in
Which one?
your top 10 feet, a foot fetish.
Yes. That is very, very big. And I even heard that people use the feet to do other things to the body. That I just heard that today, and that really freaked me out. I can't imagine
My feet,
toe jam.
my feet
You know
are
what I'm
made
saying?
for walking, you know, like that is what they'll do. Without a doubt.
Oh no, okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
I do.
Yeah. So, you know, there's I recently, that Vivek, who I think might even be here in the stream, he wanted me to put my hair in a bun, sit on his lap, and sip coffee. It was the combination of all three that does it for him. I thought I'd never heard of anything so bizarre. And he wants to kiss tattoos.
And where is that
Have you,
tattoo?
have you ever heard of that yet, Tracy?
But where is that tattoo, Groovy?
On my back shoulder. On my back shoulder.
Oh, okay. I don't mind. Where else? Creeps.
Oh, you were your previous location.
I might leave that for
Previous
me to know, and maybe you'll find out.
Woo! You guys heard that one, huh? I love it. All right, so there are some other, I've heard some other fetishes like eyebrows, which is weird. I think eyebrows are really freaky to be a fetish over them, but there are people that have eyebrow fetishes, eyes, of course, lips, and I've heard of calves.
Okay, so you're talking about
I even know somebody whose calves are their
so
fetish.
people love like the
And isn't that
body,
interesting?
like part of the body. Is that what you're saying?
Different parts of the body, exactly.
Yeah, that's very common.
We all know that boobs are a fetish, and why are boobs a fetish? Do you know, Tracy, do you have any idea why boobs are a fetish?
Oh, boobs.
For
well,
male and female, mostly.
yeah, boobs are definitely a unique part of the body, woman's body, and or I guess you can have man boobs as well. But like you know, in saying that, boobs are a huge thing. Opposed to handle as fetishes. But you know, boobs are great. I love boobs. Don't you love boobs? Boobs are
Yes,
are
I
a
think-
great thing. Boobs are good. And you know what? Silicon
Yeah,
boobs. Like, I have to touch them. I have to. If a girl goes, "Oh my god, look, I just got silicone implants," I'm like, I have to touch them. Yeah.
You know, I think male and women all like boobs. Maybe I can't say all, because you can't generalize everybody, but I think it stems from breastfeeding. I do. I think because we were all attached to the breast when we were young, and we
Yeah,
just have a
yeah,
boob
yeah.
fetish.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I am by far straight. However, I love
too.
boobs.
You know, exactly.
All sizes, all shapes and sizes. Doesn't matter. All shapes and sizes.
We love boobs.
But so what are some other fetishes? How about role play?
Oh yeah, that's definitely one where you either dress up as.
Role play
I
is a
always
pretty
get.
big one.
I always get like, oh wow, look at you, you're like the glasses, the secretary or the librarian, or you know, like that's the full fetish. And it's like, wow. Or you know, I'm just gonna go sit on your lap, put my hair in a bun and drink coffee, is it?
Yeah. I wonder if he's here. I think he's here. I think I saw him come in. But anyway, you know, I think that the whole librarian thing and the short skirt, the little schoolgirl outfit, that's a little creepy. It really is a little creepy to me, that one. Because it's like, over 18, please. You know what I'm saying? Over 18, please. Graduated from high school. Maybe the schoolgirl outfit isn't the best choice, guys.
Yeah. I think they're trying to say they like it young. It's like,
Right.
nope.
What are some other role play? You said something that made me think about something that I can't remember what it was.
I was gonna say BDSM.
What's that?
BDSM, where you've got the S and you know the dominatrix and the.
Oh,
you know,
there we go. That's a big one right there. The ball
Yeah.
in mouth, right? The gag in the mouth.
Oh,
the
yeah,
whip me,
nah.
beat me, tell me I'm wrong kind of mentality. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people in that.
You
A
can't
lot.
gag me
I've never
anytime.
tried it, so I can't say I would be into it because I've never tried it. It's not something I
No.
have on my bucket list, but
No.
you know, I haven't tried it, so I can't judge it. You know,
The
I
huge
think about
balls.
it. I don't know. I don't even know what I think about it. I never spent enough time thinking about it, but I'm wondering. I'm
I'm
wondering
wondering
with these fetishes, you know, that's only a few we talked about, but you know, I am curious, very very curious, as to what guys might think. What do you think?
if- right?
I wonder.
Mhm.
So to start, the retentive part of my brain is saying we got to fix this because what you're talking about are kinks
Yep.
for the most part,
Mhm.
not fetishes. So just to clarify, kinks are something you like, you enjoy, they're a
Huh?
positive thing. Fetishes are connected to like you need to have them present in order to get to the location you're trying to get to.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
Kink.
What that means. That sounds like
Okay.
the automobile's answer.
Oh, okay. So for someone to orgasm, they have for a kink, they like to have it as part of the lovemaking experience. For a fetish, they have to have it in order to achieve orgasm.
Oh wow, I'm learning something from a barfly. I love it.
It's what I do. I spent too many years as a teacher not to let that one go
Beautiful
because
thing
I'm going.
about this show. It's a beautiful thing
But
about
these
this
aren't
show.
kinks. These aren't kinks. These are. I mean, these aren't fetishes. These are kinks. But people use them interchangeably. But technically, that's the way it goes.
Okay. It's not offensive if I use the wrong word, is it?
I don't care. It's your show.
Cool. It's our show. We're a happy family here.
Look at Eddie's face.
How about Barfly number one? Eddie, how about you, Eddie? Do you know of any interesting fetishes?
Well, no, but I do want to say, like, if I had a foot fetish, I wouldn't need like a toe in my mouth to get off, and I wouldn't need to be looking at a toe to get off. So I think that's more of a kink, yet they call it a fetish. But whips and chains excite me.
Oh, I've never
Listen.
tried it. Wow.
Yeah, but for Eddie, the right person might need the foot in the mouth in order to achieve orgasm. For them, it'd be a fetish. For you, it'd be a kink, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
So
got
no,
a
can it be
role play
both?
one. I got a role play one where I'm with somebody and they're acting the part of a streamer and I'm on their show. Never mind.
Wow, Papa Bear. I hear what you're
It's-
putting down.
It's late and I thought the show, I gotta be honest, I thought the show was an hour earlier. So like just before I thought it was gonna be showtime, I took my melatonin so I could fall asleep like right
Oh,
after the
my
show. So I'm half an hour past when melatonin kicked in. So we're gonna have fun.
Tim the Trucker. How's Barfly number 3? And every now and then you guys might hear a toilet because we are in the ladies' room. You know what I'm saying? Some people, Tracy, woo, that one was stunk, didn't it? You smelled that girl?
Yeah.
Ooh, nasty.
No, she's gone back out there, thank God.
Hopefully she doesn't come in for seconds.
Yeah.
Tim, how are you doing?
She might be like that pickup line, the diarrhea.
Interesting.
It's last night. How'd you know? I did have tacos last night. That was the other lady, though. Mhm. Tim. Mhm.
Barfly number 3, do you have anything you'd like to input?
He can't hear. Just a second. His mom trained him not to listen to eavesdrop.
Yeah, I guess so. There are some other fetishes, like, or kinks, whatever, like stockings and garters.
Yeah. dress up.
Fellatio. That's actually something that people really need or want, you know? And
definitely.
maybe that would be a fetish, like he was explaining, because maybe they have to have that to get off, you know, maybe.
It could be,
an
yeah.
addiction.
Anything. I mean, yeah.
Addiction,
Anything can be.
absolutely, Eddie.
Yeah, and there's an overlap. Anything can be either kink or fetish, and there's the distinction between the two of them simply being do you require it to achieve orgasm, or do you just like to have it to achieve orgasm? Is the distinction between the two. But
Wow.
anything can be one or both. Personally, I love fall because that's when leather skirts and leather boots come out. That's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm. All right, can you guys hear me
leather
now?
skirts and leather boots.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what sensation play is, but sensation play is something. It's a term, and I don't know what it is actually.
I
So
Like,
it's kind of like peaking. It's
Tracy,
kind
what
of
about
just
you,
like
Tracy?
peaking.
It's like what?
Are you guys able to hear
It's
me?
like
Yep,
Yeah.
we can,
Yeah,
Sam.
okay.
So yeah, the sensation thing is that's kind of so I talk openly about this on my streams also. So this is like a great show for me to be on, honestly.
Oh, cool.
So I have a specific kink that a lot of people know about me, and that is I am into BDSM. So I like when you're able to tie a woman up and you're able to please her up until she's at her peaking point, to where like she's pretty much long story short, I like it when a woman is at the point of wanting to orgasm that she's literally begging the guy to pretty much give it to her.
Nice.
That
Yeah,
is
I agree with you. I think that's really hot.
mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
know about the
that's hot.
tie-up part. Never experienced that, but
The 50
Yeah, that can be
Shades
hot
of-
either way. Yeah, being on either side of that can be hot. But the
Yep.
sensation play is it can be like feathers. It can be, you know, the touch. It can be like nails.
Whips
It can
and
be
belts and
It's
yep.
all
Yep.
your senses. So you can either go on smell, like with candles lit in the room, or you can go like, you know, with like that's where
like whipped
blindfolds. is
cream, that kind
sensation.
of thing. Whipped cream.
blindfolds
Everything
is a
you
good
can
part too.
taste,
Because
yeah.
yep,
Yes.
All your senses is sensation play.
Are
Yeah.
we
And
featured, Groovy?
not anymore. If you were,
Not this
Okay.
show. Not this show.
yeah.
Okay,
What's
just
cool
making
about
sure.
interesting about sensation play
What,
too, because
Eddie?
it can either be the
I just
sensation
wanted to make
itself.
sure before I said anything.
Oh yeah, we're not a featured show. I don't want
Okay.
this show to be featured because I want everybody to be able to be free and talk clear and openly. Yeah, I don't want
Okay.
this show to be featured.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's interesting about sensation play for me is it can either be the doing of the sensation, like touching or tickling or feathers or biting or clawing or whatever, or the removal of sensations, like sensory deprivation,
Blindfold.
blindfolds, earplugs.
Wow.
Can't touch.
Really?
Yes.
So it's
And,
using
and the nice
sensation.
thing about it, yeah, and the nice thing about the sensation pleasing is, like he said, it works both ways. You know, there are plenty of men out there that get just as much turned on as a woman does when he's being spanked or has a feather going down his thigh, or maybe even like a thing for me is like I like when a woman like digs her nail into my back and scratches the hell out of my back. That is a big turn on for me, and it all falls into that sensation play.
You know what's very, very interesting is that brings me to my next topic, which was back in the Babe Cave. We have dominatrix. Now, as far as dominatrix, some people really enjoy being abused. Tracy, to me, that is freaky. I had a guy one time, literally, while we were intimate, put his hands on my throat, and I thought he was trying to kill me. Swear to God, I thought the guy was trying to kill me. I said, "What are you doing?" I got out, I jumped up, grabbed my clothes, and I said, "I'm out of here," and I bailed. It freaked me out. I didn't know that was something.
Personally,
What?
I like to breathe.
Yeah.
Breathing is good.
I don't want my throat, I don't want my esophagus collapsed. You know, that'll kill you.
No, exactly. But I think that the whole choking thing is bringing you. It's huge. It's one of the like biggest trends is choking, and it's also because it brings when you're about to orgasm and you're choking as well. It enlightens it. It makes it like way bigger and way more.
You're about to orgasm and you're what?
And you're getting choked at the same time.
Oh.
They both kind of work hand in hand, and it brings the orgasm higher. So
I've heard that since then. I think obviously that guy was probably into that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
you know, I think that what it taught me is if that is something you're into, please communicate that with your partner.
I think
Don't
with every
just
kink
go
and
for
every
the
fetish,
chokehold, you guys, because obviously it can freak out somebody and they will run away and you will never have a chance ever again. Because
I think
like
it should,
I'll
fetishes
never go
and
back to
kinks
that.
should be talked about. They should be talked
What?
about first prior. That all fetishes,
Absolutely.
kinks should be talked about before you go straight into them. Like they shouldn't be a surprise on your partner, whoever you're with, because it could be like quite a, you know, could be a charge against
Absolutely,
you.
JV.
You know?
Absolutely. You
What about
know,
your other kink?
there's another thing, another role play. Some people like public sex.
Yeah, that sounds great to
You know,
me.
they have these swingers clubs. That's another thing.
The Mile
You
High
know?
Club.
Well, I'm a member of that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Woo! Go girlfriends, go girlfriends, go,
Yeah,
go,
we got
go
it.
girlfriends. I would love to hear your story on how you became a one.
Yeah,
If
well,
you want to complete
like
the
I
fifth,
said,
I'm going to complete the fifth. I'll tell you that right now.
I like to keep my little sexual innuendos to myself.
What I will share about my story is that there was a couple old guys that were sitting like a couple rows up in front of me and the guy. And he turned around and he said, "Are you two a member of the Mile High Club?" We're like, "What's that?" He pulled out a business card. He actually had a business card. And he said, "Yeah, I'm a member of this." And he said, "You guys should become a member. I'll give you a card." And he actually gave me a card after we did. But so it was somebody else that told us what it was and prompted us to do it. And boy, was it amazing.
It was good
Amazing.
because of the excitement and everything that went with it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's a
I
big
can
no-no. It's in a tiny
getting
spot. It's a
caught.
big no-no. You know, there's people that out there that you don't want to get caught, but you don't care, and
Yep.
and you
And
got
and
minimum oxygen. You got fake oxygen going on. You know.
I know. Don't press the red button. Burp. Sorry, my ass
Maybe
pressed the
the
red
choke thing,
button.
maybe the choke thing would be for me because if I like that, maybe there's like a lack of oxygen affiliation. I don't know.
Ruby wants to be choked, people.
But you know what doesn't sound fun to me? It's the ball and gag.
Choco.
I don't want my mouth open. I get locked jaw. If my mouth's gonna be open, there's gonna be something going in it. You know what I'm saying? No,
All right.
and I don't mean no big ball. I mean balls are okay, but not the big ball. Not the big choking ball.
Are you talking about a fellatio there?
Yeah, fellatio. No, because it's parts. Ball and gag.
Yeah, well, that's why they call it ball and gag. Like, you know, you got balls deep.
Yeah. And you know what doesn't sound good to me? And I know most people would love this, is to be whipped. I like
Oh,
to
yeah,
swat
yeah.
every now and then. I like to be spanked here and there. I love it. But to be whipped,
Whip?
no
No,
way.
Well, I can actually whip a proper whip, and I know how fast and how hard I do that, and what I can actually do with a whip. So I would not like that done to me.
Right. But then we've got barflies that love to be scratched.
I know.
That do that. So there are people that do love
Well, these
the
claws,
intensity, the excitement, the
Yeah.
pain is almost a turn on for a lot of people. A lot of people.
I know. And
Like
I feel
a
sorry for
lot
the guys. I'm so sorry. I'm making an apology now about the ones I've actually drawn blood on. So
What
apologies
about
now.
like submissive and domination? How do you decide which one you want to be? I guess that you would know if you were into that kind of thing. You would know which one you want to be, right?
Oh, definitely. Especially on dating sites as well, how they turn around. They go, "I'll be your sub," and it's just like, wow.
You know, I
Yeah,
think that if I was into that kind of thing, I could do both. I could
Definitely.
role play both. If I was into that, I could be submissive or the dominant.
I
I
can
could
just
do either
imagine
one.
you in a pair of those 6-inch heels and, you know, the boots that go up to your thigh and going,
I have a pair
"Hey,
of
boy."
those.
See, I told you.
I got them for a costume. I might wear it soon. I don't want to get banned for it. I didn't get banned for it before, but they did ban my profile picture recently, so I'm not going to use it again. So I probably won't wear the costume anymore. It was a great outfit, though.
I bet you it would be.
All right,
Be a sexy nurse.
so what about handcuffs then? What do you think about handcuffs, Tracy?
Oh, look, I used to have the pair of fluffy handcuffs, but I think I was just making sure I'm in my bedroom now that I didn't have these next to it. A satin sash is just so much more convenient, and it's also a lot easier to get out of. Yeah, if you need to.
So
Most of the
when it
time,
comes to
you need
restraints, Would you
Yes.
allow yourself to be tied up with a rope or chains or anything like that?
I think I just answered that question, didn't
Say it
I?
again. I must have misheard. it.
Yeah, I said, oh, I was looking. I'm in my bedroom now, so I was actually looking around to see if my the sash was actually in view. So,
Oh, the sash. You said sash.
yes, I don't know
Oh,
what else to
that's the
call it.
tie
It's
yourself.
like a piece of,
I thought. Okay, I thought you were
satin.
talking about handcuffs. No. Okay.
No, well, handcuffs it's a satin sash, so it's a satin kind of thing. A piece
Oh,
of handcuffs, so
okay.
you can restrain, and they're harder. But yeah, the actual satin sash is a
Oh,
lot softer
that
on
was. I
wrists.
think that kind of sounds erotic. I think that sounds a little erotic. Yeah, I think the sash sounds pretty hot.
Yeah,
But
handcuffs
chains,
hurt.
I would never allow myself to be tied up to a bed in chains. Like, no way. You're not going to tie me to a bed in chains. It's not happening.
Oh, look, I think it depends on how comfortable you are with a partner with any of these type things. Do you know what I mean? It all comes down to trust and
Yeah.
everything, and how you are with that person. Like, you wouldn't do it with a stranger, I'm assuming. Well, hey, whatever gets you off, but you know, if you've got a good
Right.
relationship with that person, you could probably let them go as far as you know. You want to be pushed.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But you know, my big thing is, even if you feel comfortable with a partner, when you guys get into some of this stuff, there's got to be an out, a safe word,
Get the fuck
like a
off.
code word that allows you to let your partner know, I'm done, stop. You know, like the guy choking me, I was all, I'm done, get me out of here, no way, you know. But like, if I had been comfortable with him and knew him better, he'd been a friend of mine for a couple of years, but we hadn't been together yet. And so it was very uncomfortable because there was no speaking and no saying I'm going to do this. It was just, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I think it'd be good advice to tell our friends, you know, that if they're gonna be into that kind of stuff, to have good communication with your partner, right, Tracy?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Just laughing at the comments. So I love it. They're just so cheeky down there. But yeah, definitely safe words are important. So I think my safe word would be pegged. So
What would your safe word be? What would your safe word be?
I'm finished. Broccoli we'll go with.
Broccoli?
We'll go with broccoli.
You would actually say broccoli?
I think so. We'll go with that.
So yeah, I definitely agree with Groovy with having to have a safe word. And that's something you should do, whether it's with somebody you're comfortable with or somebody you're not comfortable with. But also that is an important thing to have when you are into like BDSM or bondage, or anything that has to go past just making love. And there is a big difference there. When you get into BDSM and bondage and stuff like that, that's, to me, that's not making love. That is, it's intimate when it's between two people that actually have true feelings for each other. But at that point, you have to be very, very comfortable, because there are people, like Ruby said, like she don't like being choked. The thing is a lot of people go into the BDSM community because they've looked it up and they're like, oh, that seems like fun, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to correctly do it. So
It's
they
dangerous,
have,
isn't it? Butterfly number 3. It's dangerous, right, Tim?
it's very dangerous, especially when you don't know what you're doing. You can hurt your partner very easily.
Yeah.
They actually have schools like for whipping. You can hurt somebody whipping them if you don't know how to do it. They actually have schools out there that will teach you how to do it.
Wow.
There are classes that you can take. There are whipping classes that you can take out there.
In America.
They're very legit. But also, like, to touch base, like one of my favorite things is, it's called like you said, you wouldn't want to be chained up and stuff like that. Is actually a big turn on for me. You know, handcuffing the woman to the bed frame, and then they make these things called a spreader bar. And what it is it's just it's a bar with like cuffs on each side of it that I can tie your legs up with. Not tie it up, but it'll spread your legs out. And if you're handcuffed like this to the top of the bed, I can grab that bar and I have full control over you. To me, that is a huge turn on for me. But yeah, I'll let one of these guys talk. I can talk about this stuff all night. So
Yeah, well, I just want to add that. Oh wait,
He's like, yeah, I just want to add.
You know, I've been sitting there. I was thinking as I was listening, I'm a theater guy, so I've got a bunch of props. So I've got handcuffs sitting in a box upstairs, and I've got a cat of nine tails type thing up there. And it's
What
like,
is that? What is that?
He's got a sash on, yeah?
oh, this is just the tie for a smoking jacket costume that was sitting down here.
I mean, his tie is perfect.
I might run up quickly after I finish talking and grab the two devices so we can show you. But it freaks people out sometimes. They're like, "Why do you have handcuffs?" It's like they're a prop. I do theater stuff. I also have pretend guns, and I also have costumes and masks and wigs.
I need some handcuffs because I have a police sheriff costume I wear sometimes. I need handcuffs.
There you go. Well, get the kind that don't require actual, that have the little safety release because it's just
I've got that.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple things I want to share too. That like good communication, not just for doing BDSM or others, the kink and fetish stuff, but not a bad thing just to have with your regular, like, I don't care what kind of sex you're having. Talk, what are your limits? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? Be in communication. Too many people, from my experience, tolerate certain things that they don't like, and the partner doesn't know they don't like it. And if the partner knew they didn't like it, they might actually stop. But the person goes, well, they must like it or they wouldn't be doing it. There's so much miscommunication with sex. It's amazing that it ever happens.
Right.
I was thinking too that like that guy who was choking you, yes, good to talk beforehand, but it also might be his thing to not talk about it because he might get extra oomph from that expression on the person's face when he does it and they're not expecting it.
Wow.
It's messed up from my perspective, and then I have to share just my one.
To me, I feel like that means they're like a secret serial killer, like it's a passion to kill somebody while they're doing it.
Or just that little bit of like, oh my God, I've got control, and that fear might be. And there, I was a psychology major for a while, and there was one of the articles we read was about a guy who, from reading these true crime detective pulp fiction, these old magazines, and some of the covers, he kind of trained himself to be aroused by some of these images. And so you can develop them over time unintentionally.
Wow.
I don't think anybody knows where they really come from, but I got to share just my one crazy time and place experience. I thought about it when you were talking about the Mile High Club. This was the driving down the freeway at 65 miles an hour in the back of a pickup truck time. My partner and I were in the back of the open pickup bed.
Oh, wow.
A friend was driving it. We're going down the freeway, and that was an interesting experience.
Right.
There's been
I've
one
heard of
club
people
I've been trying to
driving and
get
doing it too. Eddie, what about you, Barplay number one? We haven't heard from you in a while.
So I think that all experimenting, whether you're into BDSM or fetishes, is good for
What does that
a
actually
healthy,
stand for?
open
I don't know what the
relationship.
PED stands for.
Bondage.
Dominatrix,
What else is it,
submissive, and I can never say the other one. What's that?
I'm not,
Dominant, submissive, and dominant, or sadomasochism.
Masochism.
I'm
is
not
the other one as
100%
well.
sure what the meaning
And the
is.
S1, you can either have it as a
But
one.
I
there's
think
two-
it's all
two-
healthy for
So
relationships.
it's bondage, discipline, sadism, masochism,
Wait,
and
Yep.
sexual practice.
okay. Thank you, Tim.
The D usually stands
So, Eddie, what?
um,
What, Eddie?
I think it's really healthy for relationships because, if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, then shit gets old and people get bored.
Right.
And when you're experimenting with these different fetishes and different things, then it keeps your relationship healthier because you're experiencing something new each time. The second your relationship starts to get stagnant, that's when things start to go wrong. People start looking in other directions for things that are going to satisfy their curiosity or make them happy. So if you go into a relationship, and you're comfortable with that person, it's a great opportunity to experience. And as for the classes that Tim was talking about, I didn't know they taught classes. I just thought those were orgies.
I was popping right here.
They
Sex
have
party.
schools out there that you can go to school and learn the techniques of whipping and
So you can
bondage.
choke somebody safely, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Like you said, like with that guy, that was choking you. Maybe he just wasn't doing it right. You know, a lot of people when they do it,
I like him.
they try to choke you from up top, but really when you do it, you're supposed to grab around the neck, apply a little bit of pressure, but most of your pressure should be on the sides of your neck,
Oh wow.
not in the middle.
'Cause that's where the esophagus is. That's what you can damage, isn't it? And break it.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you break that, they're dead. If you break that and it's
Right.
not that hard to break it, you're dead.
That's why you're saying the
It's just
side.
like if
not
you're
the-
giving CPR to somebody, if you break, you can most realistically when you give CPR, you will break ribs. You will have crunchy ribs, and you break when you do
Yeah.
CPR to save a life. But better to save the life and have broken ribs than have no broken ribs and be dead. I'd much rather
Yeah,
have
broken ribs
ribs
can
than
be
be alive.
repaired.
But also don't do CPR on a person whose heart is beating. It will stop their heart. Just saying.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Don't
Thank
practice on people who are alive.
you. Good stuff.
No, no,
So
thank you.
barflies, how do you guys feel about the ball and gag? Can you guys imagine yourself with one of those in your mouth, a big old ball gag?
I can
mean,
Why
imagine.
not?
I can imagine a scarf. I can imagine a scarf, but the ball. My nose gets so stuffed up from allergies. I think I would freak out and be afraid I can't breathe.
That's what I would think too. For me, probably same thing. What about you, Eddie?
Why not? Let's try it.
All right, good answer. How about you, Tim?
So, as a man who is both ways, I can be a sub and a dominant. So I have done the ball gag, and I will tell you that, you know, there are different sizes, and you got to try to find the one that kind of fits your mouth where you can still breathe easily from your mouth
Wow.
as well as your nose. But like I said, when you get into this stuff, it's kind of like you kind of got to test the waters with a little bit of everything, and most definitely 100% do your research if you're going to get into it,
See,
because
Tim just answered the $1 million question. Size matters. It's all about the size.
And the
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
way you use it.
That's right. Oh, and Groovy, they do make ball gags that aren't balls, but are the other part. Just saying.
mhm.
You can have something that's not a ball in your mouth. Just saying.
That's funny.
I love
Okay,
the texture.
barflies. Would you guys be, if you guys were into this, would you be submissive or would you be into the domination part? Barfly
Depends
number
on my
one.
partner. Depends on my partner.
Okay,
Good answer.
so that means that you could probably be either way then, right? Number two,
Am I number two?
you're barfly number two.
Okay, the pictures are different here than they are on the phone. So I'm on my computer, so it never matches up.
Oh, okay, you are barfly number two.
Okay, so yeah, it would depend. If I have a partner who's more dominant, I could easily go more submissive, and if I have a partner who's more submissive, I can easily go more dominant.
Okay. How about you, barfly number one?
Is that me?
Which one?
Yes, Eddie.
Okay, just making sure. So I love being dominated. Like, I'm all about being dominated. Tie my ass up, do what you want. Let's have some fun. Let's go.
And we know that Tim can go both ways too. So here we go. How about this, barflies? When is enough enough? And what about this safe word? Tell us a little something, Eddie.
Well, enough is enough once we've both gotten off and we're done, you know? Just saying, you know? If you're going to go that far, you might as well finish.
What about the safe word if they're choking you or hurting you? You
I
have to have a
think
safe
that
word, don't you?
I think if you're comfortable with your partner, body language is a huge thing, and you can tell when your partner's getting uncomfortable. If you're just messing around with somebody and you're doing something for the first time, then yeah, you need those safe words. But if it's something that you're consistently doing with the same person, then your body language is going to speak for itself.
How about you, Barbara?
can.
Papa Bear, how about you?
It can, body language can speak, except for some people, if the fear is part of what gets them off, they may be showing fear, which I could look at like, oh no, it's too much. But you're right. It's whatever system you use. If it's somebody you're interacting with on a regular basis, have some way of communicating that's enough. Whether it's the look, the touch, the word. Before some people, they'll have the list of soft limits and hard limits. These are things that I'm okay with, but I don't really like. These are things that, yeah, if you do, we're never going to talk to each other again.
Yeah.
So also developing your hard, stop list and your soft list. When is enough? I suppose, when, my credit card reaches its max, and I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, it can be when, orgasm happens, or it can be prolonged. It whatever is enough for the two people. When we feel like we're complete, me and my partner, whatever that looks like. Sometimes it involves orgasm, sometimes it doesn't. It's communication. Sex is just communication with words and without words.
Oh, you were kicking in. Tim, how about you? Butterfly number 3?
So yeah, I'm gonna touch base on a little bit.
Cobras.
Yeah, so a little bit on, like, if you're making love, like I said, you should know your partner. You should at least, if you're going to be doing just regular things, a safe word could be used, but like I agree with both of them. You should be able to know your partner's language just by the way she's moving, maybe a face that she makes. But when it comes into BDSM, I feel like you should always, always, always have a safe word, especially if you're gonna do stuff to somebody that may not be as experienced as you, or maybe even has more experience than you, because you don't know when it comes to that, you don't know what everybody likes and dislikes, especially when it's somebody you're not completely been with for years and years, because you can be with somebody, I can be with somebody for a year, that doesn't mean I know everything about them sexually or personally, and as time goes on, there are things, when I first got introduced to all of it, there are things I didn't like in the beginning that I've grown to like. There are things that I did like in the beginning that I no longer like. So it's always changing. We as humans are always changing in every aspect. So I would say, as far as the when is enough, to me, you can never have enough. That's just me. But enough for me is when the woman's done. When I have done my job as pleasing the woman, that is when enough is enough. When they're like, okay, I can't handle it anymore, like, I'm done. That's when it's enough for me.
I want to add one other thing, if I could,
Sure.
because we've talked about it with the domination and submission and some of the other stuff. Is there's a difference too between inflicting pain, and for me, when I look at that genre, that's for lack of a better word, it's not about the pain, it's about the exchanging of trust, the power exchange. So if I'm being submissive, I'm giving power to my partner, and they have that power, or vice versa. If I'm being the dominant and they're being submissive, then they're giving me power. It's a power exchange thing, more than it is hurt me. But for some people, it's it's the physical sensation of pain that's prompting the release.
So I'll touch a little bit more on that if you want.
One more thing. Oh, go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, like, the whole pain thing to me, like, it's a sensation that I love, because it kind of like I can be a switch, but I am more dominant. For a woman to dominate me, she has to be like aggressively dominant. Like, she has to have no limits on me. And it's hard to find women like that. But the pain for me.
So you would let a woman smack you across the face?
Yeah, I would. I would.
I'd be like, I'm smacking you back.
No, like, but it's not like.
I'm calling the police. That's assault.
Yes.
Okay. It's a lot of assault somebody. I'm gonna call the police.
So when you're doing that, it's not like, hey, slap the fuck out of me, so you're hurting me. No, it's just like a little.
Oh, no F-bombs, please.
It's just like a little, and like, that's it. Just a little slap, Like I said, you're not. It's not for the pain. It's the sensation that turns you on. And to me, like when I'm dominating, that whole scratch in my back thing, what that does is it turns me on, and it turns me. It kind of makes me get a little bit more aggressive as far as dominating. You know, I may end up doing like just being more aggressive, like controlling you a little bit more. Because when you're doing that, for me, it kind of makes me feel like you're more comfortable with what I'm doing to you.
Speaking of sensations, I think another sensation is actually the music that's being played. You know, don't you think that, Tracy? Like, we could have some slow, sensual music or some hardcore music. I think music has a lot to do with it, don't you? How do you feel about music, Tracy?
I think sensation plays huge because it's all about, like sets the mood. Like you've got.
My reception or is it her?
If it smelled like it does in this toilet right now, I don't think you'd want to go hard for it, would you? Do you know what I mean? Like you said about the smell. We're in the toilet right now and it stinks, so you wouldn't want to do more. So sensations, you want to actually, go with a nice
Although there are people who do appreciate
love that
those
smell.
sensations.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying myself.
Not me,
probably
but there
not.
are people.
The poo-poo is meant to stay in the toilet, like we can go there. So then you've got
I have
the
a
sensation.
question.
Eddie, did you want to say something, Barfly number one, Eddie?
Yeah, I have a question for Tim, only because I'm really confused and I'm just trying to get clarification. So I know, like with me as a gay male, when you're being like dominated, it's crazy and stuff. But you said that you like to be dominated too. So does that open up like options for you, or are you strictly like? I mean, is it? I guess I'm asking if you swing both ways, and is it different with men versus women?
So as far as I don't swing both ways. But I will like so
Damn it.
this has been brought up in my streams as well, and I've talked openly about it as far as like if you're trying to insinuate like kind of like butt place type of stuff as a man. I've worn a butt plug before, and I think like that would be like putting it in and leaving it alone perfectly fine because the man's G spot is in his ass. And that is a
Okay,
way
because
for
like when you were talking about being dominated, I was picturing some woman like going on you with like a strap on or something. That was
oh
like
yeah,
my
no,
first
nothing
thought.
like that.
And then
So
I'm like, how? Yeah, I'm uneducated, so I'm just trying to
domination
educate
to
myself.
me would be kind of like tie me up, force me down, control my body, do to me as you please. But also it's going to be the same way. I'm going to have a safe word. If you're doing something that I don't like, I'm going to say that safe word and we can move on from it. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to stop what we're doing. It just means I'm not comfortable with what you're doing at the moment. So
But there
let's
are
move on to
yeah,
something else.
Gotcha.
but there are some men who who otherwise wouldn't engage in same sex who would receive from a woman. They would allow themselves to get pegged by a woman. So there are guys. So it's a whole spectrum. What's interesting, I just noticed, we got Eddie who's identifies as gay. We have Tim who identifies as heterosexual, and then I'm the pansexual over here who kind of fits between the two extremes.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What is
Pansexual is
pansexual?
like pansexual is like bisexual, except for it's not saying there's only two genders. It's saying there's a whole spectrum of
You mess with everybody.
And the other part is,
Got it.
and the joke I have in my profile is that I'm pansexual, which means that it's about the person, not the parts, and that I'm demisexual, which is more I have to feel connected to the person. I don't do random casual sex. If I don't feel safe
Right.
or connected to the person, I don't have sex, and that's called demisexual. So I'm pansexual and demisexual. So I guess that means I'm pandemic sexual.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Boo, boo.
Oh come on! It was like it was custom made. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you, Groovy. I appreciate that. That made it worth staying up past my bedtime.
All right, everybody. I want to just real quickly, I want to just say to everybody that has tuned in. I haven't seen comments in a long time, so I'm hoping that people are still in. I tried to reset my Wi-Fi. But I want to thank anyone and everyone that has come into the stream. I want to thank all my barflies, and definitely a big thank you to my co-hostess, Dick Tracy, Eddie, my barfly number 1, Papa Bear barfly number 2, and Tim the Trucker number 3. Please, everybody, take a moment right now and favorite all 4 of them. And then don't forget to favorite little old Groovy over here by hitting that star up above my head. I would sure appreciate the favorite. We all appreciate those favorites. Don't just favorite us, but take the time to come to our streams a couple times. You really don't get to know a streamer until you spend a little bit of time with them more than one occasion. So don't just give up on a streamer because you visited them once. Maybe they weren't at the front of their computer. Maybe they weren't there at the moment. Maybe something like that. They had to run to the restroom. Don't give up on a streamer just because you weren't impressed the first time you visited. Spend a little time. Go back a few times. But as far as the show, you guys, this was The Babe Cave, which is about being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room. And me and my co-hostess were just having a chit-chat in the ladies' room. We had 3 barflies on the wall who are wonderful, handsome barflies, all did a wonderful job sharing their stories, expressing their feelings, emotions, thoughts, and ideas. So I want to give a big round of applause to absolutely everybody. Thank you all, and a big shout out to Brittany. Brittany, who bought my 27 milli tonight with a beautiful dragon. I'm very, very honored and grateful for that. All my gifters, if you guys would favorite all 3 of my top gifters of the stream as well. And now we're going to take a quick minute, have everybody go ahead and give us a little bit about your stream and anything you might have coming up. Eddie, will you start, please?
Sure. So my name is Eddie. I typically stream in the early mornings or later afternoons, early evenings. I've been on that for a little over a year and a half consistently. I have a huge event coming up this Sunday, starting at 3:30 Eastern, going till 11 at night. We're starting off with a Mardi Gras kickoff party where we've got some amazing talent from around the world joining us to do some carnival type performances for us. Starting at 5 p.m. until 11, we have an auction taking place with over 43 streamers from the app. So that's going to be very, very exciting.
Can't wait.
Very exciting. And then starting at 11 at night, we have DJ Bossy and DJ Yaboy wrapping up the night. So it's going to be a long, long day, but I'm excited to host this massive event.
And those are 2 of my favorite 3 DJs. Yaboy is actually, I always say DJ Yaboy. I love him. He is amazing. He's my #1 favorite on the app. DJ Bossy, you're going to love him too, you guys. He's wonderful. And DJ Rez is my other favorite. But anyway, thank you, Eddie. Eddie has a huge auction going up. You guys, if you hang out in Eddie's stream, you will get to see all of those people that he's talking about. They will be dressed up to the max. So definitely go to Eddie's stream. One more time, Eddie, what time and what day?
And the carnival starts at 3:30 Eastern this next coming Sunday, the 19th, February 19th. So we'll be starting at 3:30 in the afternoon. Auction starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, and it'll go until 11. So it's a long,
Eddie's house will be a
auction.
huge party. Eddie's place, everybody, Eddie's place. Crash Eddie's house. He's gonna have a huge party. All right, Papa Bear. What about you? Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, well, first I got to acknowledge that when you're talking to Eddie, you're like, Eddie has a huge, and you paused just long enough for me to go like, what's she gonna say? A huge what? Okay, anyway,
He
so what do
probably
I got?
does, but I don't know for sure.
We'll just leave that one open to the imagination. So yeah, and I want to comment too on what you said about coming to people's streams a couple times, because some of my streams are just music. I'll sit there and I'll just play music and chat with folks. And I've had some that are just chatting with folks about various issues. I'm a survivor of sexual assault and sexual abuse, and so sometimes we'll talk about that in my stream. I do radical forgiveness coaching, so sometimes we'll talk about forgiveness. So you don't know with a streamer, you don't know what you're going to get unless you stop by a few times and see what they've got. What I got going on, I got Zombie Donuts open mic tomorrow that I usually stop at. I've got Tuesday night,
Wait,
Valentine's
what's
night.
tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Wait, slow down. Tell us about tomorrow again.
Sorry.
Zombie-
Tomorrow, Zombie Donut has an open mic every Sunday, so I usually stop in there for a while and play some music, and that's at like 3 o'clock
What
Eastern.
time?
3 o'clock
Okay.
Eastern, and then On Tuesday night, I've got Hoops Search for the Star at 10 Eastern. And then Spotlight with Angel at 11 Eastern. So back to back.
And Groovy at
And
12 Eastern.
that night,
Yeah, Tuesday night at midnight is my my Groovy game show that they're featuring now. They're gonna feature now.
oh, cool. So are you saying I'm
I
coming back to
sent me
that?
a photo.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Cool. I didn't know I was doing that yet, but I know now.
Wait, what?
Okay. So you're saying I'm on your show Tuesday night?
Well, sure, if you want to be.
Oh, no, I was just
I
asking.
just,
'cause you're
I
like,
just didn't want you to advertise you at 10 and 11. I didn't want you to get up to 12 because I'm 12.
oh, okay. And then after Angel, when I'm on Angel, I might stop in and watch Groovy's show, or I might crash because it's getting past bedtime that night too. Third Thursday of every month at 3 Eastern, I've got I've got an open mic at my stream that runs for anywhere from a few hours to several hours, depending how it's going. I've got Windows show coming up Friday. It's all on my Instagram, papabear.mn. I've got an auction. I've got a couple of different things coming
When
up.
is your auction, Papa Bear?
Oh, wait, no, that's somebody else's auction on my calendar. I also have OG Lucky's got her Be My Valentine competition next Saturday in the evening, where battle thing, and everybody gets to show off a Valentine card they made. And so that's next Saturday. It's all on my Instagram. Every Saturday night at 8 Eastern, I close out Triple L's show with some music.
You got a lot going on.
In fact, I've been streaming, I've been spending more time in other people's streams lately than my own.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Papa Bear.
crazy
How about
busy.
you, Tim?
So I'm Tim the Trucker. I've been streaming consistently for about the last 7 months now. I just recently been coming up on the app. I am starting my own show that I'm trying to get featured. The season premiere starts this Monday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It's called The Road to Life with Tim the Trucker, and pretty much we're going to talk about, each week I'm going to have a male and female guest. Those come in for about 20-25 minutes each, and we're going to talk about life lessons that they've had, maybe some problems or situations that's happened to them at maybe a younger age, or even now in their adult life that's kind of shaped them into the person they are today. And what it's really about is for everybody to realize that we all as humans can relate to each other. And there's a lot of hate in the world today. So I'm just trying to bring people together to remind them that, hey, everybody's kind of gone through their own problems in life, and we all may be different people, but we can all relate to a lot of things in life. So, and it's a way to
Absolutely.
kind of, yeah, and for me, like, I've had a lot of things. So during the show, like, I'm going to be opening up about myself a lot as well. I got like a lot of my friends are going to be on there. It's going to be a real good show. I'm excited about it. It's my first show. I'm an
When's
admin
that?
for a few shows.
When is it again, Tim? Tell us when it is again.
It's
Same time.
every Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and my
Okay.
stream. Please, guys, join in. If you would like to be on the show, hit me up.
Absolutely.
Kate Kizzle is in here.
I know
She's one
Papa
of the
Bear. Papa
admins
Bear
for
would
my
love to be
show.
on your show. Papa Bear is
Yeah.
down to be on your show as well.
I would love to have you. Actually,
Thank
with
you,
some of the
Tim.
things you said, I would love to have you.
Tim, thank you so much. Barflies, thank you. If you guys would just hang out with us for another minute or two, Tracy's going to share a little bit about her and her life, and then I'll share a little bit about me, and then we'll dismiss the party. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Tracy.
so, I've just been recently getting more into streaming. I guess I was more of a commenter and a box visitor, which I love doing. So, which is fine, everyone needs one of them. So now, but I'm a hairdresser beautician by trade. So I've started to do a bit of. I didn't realize people love to watch, your hair getting done and some makeup being put on and tutorials on nails and things like that. So we've been starting to do a little bit more of that on the show. Plus, always, I've always got like, you know, my favorite friends that we always talk about, a lot of sex and a lot of, you know, the opposite sex and how much fun we could all have, but not into the more deep stuff. Ours is more about, wow, that guy was small, that guy was big, so what do we do with either? But there's a will, there's a way. So ours gets into the nitty gritty of those sides of things. So girth is important. We've decided that moving forward. But yeah, other than that, so I just stream it regularly. So it's just like if you're lucky, it's gone. But I'll send out a blast anyway. So. Yeah.
And I love that Tracy likes to do unboxes because, you know, I've been streaming now for about 13 months. And I've learned that people come and go. You get people that come and hang out in your box all the time, and then they become streamers. And you lose them. You can battle them every now and then. You don't get to see them that often. But it's actually sad when you lose your friends that hang out on your stream. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a box hopper. Because, you know what? I think they're almost our favorite people. They edify our streams.
Yeah.
They edify our streams, and they make us feel that we're wanted, we're needed, and we're loved. And so, anyway, thank you very much, Tracy. We love you. Everyone, please hit my 3 barflies and my co-hostess up with a favorite. Now, for me, I have one auction. I had a great auction today. I didn't tell anybody about it until yesterday because I didn't want anyone to come out of pocket because I just had to battle it out. But this next week, I'm going to tell people about it. This next week, I'm going to be in Eddie's auction. I don't remember what time I'm on. But if you guys stay in Eddie's stream that entire night, not only will you have the best party and the best fun and see the greatest costumes ever, but you will see my extremely elaborate costume. I have a $160 costume I'll be wearing. It is an amazing costume. And I will have to put a tank top underneath part of the costume so I don't get banned. But other than that, I have a phenomenal costume that I will be wearing on this coming 19th, on the 19th. So please do come to my auction and let me know that you love me and to keep me supported, because as streamers do need support to keep us going. We really, really do. We're not being diamond whores, diamond beggars, but we are saying, look, if we're a waitress to you and you're enjoying your time with us, please support us. Please throw us a little bit of love and let us know that you do love us. It does keep us going. It really does. So other than that, I do have 2 shows, which is the one you just entered, The Babe Cave. Anyway, that is every single week. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. And then we have a groovy game show, which is every Tuesday night / Wednesday morning at 12:01 a.m., which is crack of the morning. As soon as Wednesday starts, so does my show. And it is a fun show. We have 4 contestants that play 3 games during 1 hour to win the reigning championship. So please do tune into the show. It will be featured very, very soon, as they have asked me just to submit a photo, which is not as easy as it sounds, because I know once you pick the picture, it is a permanent fixture of your show. So I'm going to another photo shoot before I want it featured, because I want a really good picture. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Babe Cave. I love you all.
Thank you, Groovy.
Mwah! You're all welcome to fly away, little birds. Fly away or hang out. I did want to go about one more thing. I want to tell you guys, at the end of your first date, if you want a second date, this is what you say. I wish I was cross-eyed so I can see you twice.
That was
I
the
wish I was
lamest one I've
cross-eyed
heard.
so I can see you twice. And I want to say my 2 favorite lines out of all the ones I read. Can I follow you where you're going right now? Because my parents always told me to follow my dreams.
That's a
Oh.
good one.
Yeah, it really is a good one. The last one is, you're so beautiful that you made me forget my pickup line. That is the best pickup line I ever heard. It does not sound like a pickup line, and it's a pickup line. It doesn't sound like a pickup line. I'm going to say it one more time, guys and girls. You're so beautiful that you made me forget my pickup line. So, ladies, you can say, you're so handsome, you made me forget my pickup line. That's your pickup line right there. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. You're in there. You're in there. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great night. I love you all. Mwah.
Nice
And
to
now
see you
we'll
all.
play some music. Aloha. Alexa, play music.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much, Groovy.
Thank you guys so
Adios.
much
Bye.
for coming
Thank
in.
you.
Take care.
Thank you, Tam. Thank you, Eddie.
If I can hit
Thank
the
you,
X.
Papa Bear.
You know I'm there, Eddie. If you need me.
Eddie, what do you? Oh, there he goes. What, Dick Tracy? What?
I'm helping him. I want to help Eddie for his auction. So.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Volume down. What, Tracy?
I've said to Eddie whatever he needs for his auction. I'm gonna do a bit of the helping on the background.
Oh, he would love a hand.
Yeah.
He would
So,
love
yeah,
a
we're
hand. I
talking,
guarantee he
so.
would love a hand. Thank you, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we discussed it. Yeah, you know that. Thank you, Eddie.
Ended
I'm there for
29.
you, buddy.
Oh, I ended 29th place. Yay! 29th place, you guys. I ended the contest in 29th place.